that know her.
Technically, I'm a witch.
Season 2, Vampy D's. Ash is vamp-splaining. Petey's learning about the bros, Stefan and Damon. Pete-dictions coming true. Founding fam's got a plan. Guess who's back in the falls with their eyes on her man's body stacking up? A lot of people H for B. Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast where a guy who has only seen one full season so far of the show and half of a season watches the series for the first time with a super fan who has seen every single episode and is now rewatching them with a new perspective. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampedy, but please call me Pete. And I'm here with my co-host and co-parent, Ash, on St. Patrick's Day 2021. Hello, Ash.
Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thanks, Ash. I have a joke for you.
Okay.
Do you know why the American vampire was celebrating St. Patrick's Day?
I do not.
Because he had a little Irish blood in him.
Ah, that's Irish blood.
Mm-hmm. Ash, happy St. Patty's.
Cute.
We are drinking green beers.
Yeah, and Irish whiskey? Is that what you got?
Irish, I wish whiskey, Irish whiskey in a Brothers Bond bourbon glass.
Yes.
Still waiting on that to be delivered.
I know. Still waiting.
It's supposed to be here in April, though.
Yeah, April's here soon.
Ash, Season 2, Episode 11, By the Light of the Moon.
You said it was going to be a big ep.
Yes. I think it was.
It was.
I think, we'll get to it, but I think that the CGI budget was all spent on this episode.
I think so, too.
I think that Mason didn't really get his full CGI transformation.
No.
Budge. But then Ty got the full treatment, maybe?
Mm-hmm. And the Moonstone.
The Moonstone? Yeah, we'll get to that. Cold open, speaking of Ty, he's listening and watching the Uncle Mason video transforming into a werewolf. Mm-hmm. He's packing up his carabiners. Thank goodness we got to see Mason throwing the bike again.
I know. Your favorite.
My favorite part. Ty even tries to call Mason on the telephone.
Yeah, he's called him a bunch of times.
Calls and leaves a message, and then some young woman is getting the message.
Mm-hmm. Calling him on his, house phone.
Yeah.
Answering machine. I couldn't even think of what it was called. I was like, voicemail box? No. Answering machine.
Yes. Rotary voice machine.
But yeah, so some girl's overhearing this message, which, man, answering machines were so weird that way that they just play the message out loud.
They did, but
no matter who's in the room can hear the message.
But did they really? I know that's a device that we see on television and movies, but did they really? I mean, I guess so.
I think they did early on, and then I think that they just, They
became digital, obviously, at some point.
They became digital. Even in your... it goes through, my mom's TV or something.
Yeah.
But no, they used to just play them out loud.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly used to be, and I remember that it was a tiny little cassette tape.
Uh-huh.
It was like, beep, 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 beep. You rewound it and you played your messages.
Yeah, it's weird.
And you taped over it.
One time we had a voicemail from my grandma telling us that Happy Easter, and it hadn't even been Easter yet. She was so confused.
Oh my goodness.
She wasn't even that old. She just made a simple mistake.
Yeah.
It's not like a sad story.
No.
But and we made so much fun of her for thinking she missed Easter.
Oh man, she was jumping. The early bunny gets the eggs or something.
She was in on it though. She thought it. I mean, she wasn't in on it at the time, but
no.
She got that joke. She thought it was funny.
Elena and Bonnie have the Moonstone. They do a little exposition. Beginning of Act 1, Ash, as we know. We mark off the acts.
Of course. I mean, you do.
Only true fans know that.
No one else does that.
Stefan is still stuck in the tomb with Catherine. Not going to let you get used in a creepy sacrifice ritual, Bonnie says to Elena. That's a good friend.
Yeah.
You know,
Thanks, friend.
I've had a couple friends, I've let them get used in creepy sacrifice rituals, and, you know, you kind of feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But my true friends, I don't let them.
Yeah, that's how you know if they're your true friend or not.
Yeah, BFFs. Jeremy smolders in, I said.
Oh, yeah.
He only has a few moments in this episode.
He sells his little moments.
Yeah, he has like 5 little moments, and he's doing a good job in this episode.
Yeah, he's like fully acting.
He wants to know what's going on. He says Elena is on a suicide mission. He's not like the younger bro anymore who's like, Elena, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you're on a suicide mission. I'm looking out for you.
Yeah, he's like part of the crew and also acts sort of like more like a big brother than a little brother.
Yep. Elena, so they all walk out of the room, and then Elena smuggles the Moonstone.
Yeah.
But that was Jeremy and Bonnie testing Elena, and she failed.
Yeah, they left her alone with the Moonstone. She took it. They were like, got you.
And then now Elena is spelled into the house.
Yeah.
Stefan's spelled into the tomb, and Elena is spelled into the house.
And she can't get out, and they like put some glass there or something.
Yeah, she was like, thunk. She did her best mime.
No, you shouldn't have to mime. Like, her skin was pressed up against it.
Yeah, okay.
She was like literally in the box.
She did a terrible mime, and you're talking smack about her miming.
Yes.
Ty
No.
is heading out of the house. Mom, Mayor Interim Lady Lockwood, is wondering about him. Jules shows up from Florida.
Yes. That's who was hearing the answering machine.
We both independently thought that she looked like Paris Hilton.
Yeah, she does look so much like Paris Hilton.
She's trying to track down Mason, in quotation marks. Or I guess she really is. She really doesn't know where he's at.
No, she has suspicions.
But Lady Lockwood says that he's in Florida.
And she's like, but no, he's not.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's in Mystic Falls.
He's not in either place. Where is he? They declare him, later on they say they declare him a missing person.
At the grill, Aunt Jenna and Alaric are hanging out. And I said, Aunt Jenna is helping someone with something. They were like,
did it so
They were like,
fast.
you have 5 seconds to say this line. And Aunt Jenna was like, all right.
Yep. She said like so many words in 5 seconds.
But I'm helping the person with disease. All right, see you later.
Yeah, she did. And then she left.
Ty is meeting up with Caroline at the grill. Alaric is watching, and then they walk out, but Caroline gives Alaric the eyes with a Z.
Yeah, because this is when Tyler drops the bomb that Mason is now missing. They don't just think that he moved back to Florida and isn't answering anybody.
Yeah, Caroline gives Alaric the WTH eyes.
Like, uh-oh. She gives him the...
Schmurnow. From Mario Party. Damon is at Elena's. He walks right in. He says he is repeatedly saving her life. But Damon didn't tell Stefan that Elijah is alive. Someone's on Moonstone duty and Elena patrol. They have little jobs.
Yeah, like there's obviously this whole meeting that had happened with everyone else besides Elena.
Yeah.
Making this whole plan. And Elena obviously wasn't in on it. Everyone's just trying to run her life.
Yeah, she's got a whole team. She's like Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Vampire Barbie is on Ty duty because it's the full moon.
Oh.
Caroline is Vampire Barbie, Damon says.
I was like, what? But yeah, okay.
Ash, did you have a Vampire Barbie when you were growing up?
No. I had lots of Barbies, but not a Vampire Barbie. I had a Snow White Barbie.
That was
and
probably
some
more...
Mary Kate and Ashley and NSYNC
Oh, any vampire Mary K's and A's?
No.
That's more like Bratz and Monster High territory.
Right. And also Vampira or something. There's a little cartoon on Disney Junior with the little vampire girl.
Oh, cute.
Vampina? I don't know.
Keep guessing. Just do all the letters. Yeah.
Something.
Vam Wilder.
Oh.
Ash.
That would be a really good Halloween costume. You know how Halloween costumes are like you can make mashups of stuff?
Yes, Vam Wilder, a bro vampire.
Yeah.
Ash, we've seen sexy vampires. We've seen nerdy vampires, which was a costume of mine in the past.
Yes.
But bro
And
vampires?
I was the sexy one.
Yes. Bro vampires, Ash, a solo cup full of blood.
Yes.
And instead of like your Greek letters, it says like blood in Greek letters. Mm-hmm. Khakis, that's still just regular.
Yeah.
And frosted tips.
This is good.
If anyone's ever been a bro vampire for Halloween, send us the pics.
I like it.
Ash, Sheriff Forbes has declared Mason a missing person, as you said. Damon heads to the grill, tells Elena she should enjoy the sun. Oh, wait, you can't. Elena throws a pillow at Damon and pushes Jeremy off the couch.
Yeah, that's funny.
Caroline takes Ty to the woods. She's like, oh, Mason is okay. And Ty's kind of like, let's do this.
Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah, she's just like, I'm sure he's okay, blah, 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 but she knows he's dead.
Have they, I was going to say crowned, have they elected a new mayor yet or what?
No.
Have they crowned a new mayor yet?
No election yet. No crowning yet.
The last mayor had to sashay away.
Right.
Have they crowned a new mayor?
No, they haven't.
So she's still Lady Interim Mayor Lockwood.
Right. It really hasn't been that long. You know?
No, 3 weeks or something they said. Since, it was 3 weeks since like Mason
Since Mason left.
left or something like
But
that.
his dad was dead his brother, was dead for a while.
Yeah. The mayor sees Jules out. I don't think she was in Mason's Bronco. I thought for maybe all werewolves just drive Broncos, or maybe that's a Florida thing. But I think Damon mentions in this episode, Mason is like Damon says Mason is decomposing in his car or something like that.
That's what he said.
So I don't think Jules is driving Mason's car around
No,
with just
but she
like his bones in there.
But it's weird they had the same car.
Well, maybe they didn't. Maybe she just had some other older SUV. Maybe a Jeep.
Oh, yeah, could be.
Mason was lying. There's another werewolf. His nephew, Jules says to who knows who on the phone.
Yeah, someone on the phone.
Oh, is she maybe, early Pete-diction. She might be, are she and Elijah going to like walk into the same room and be like, we know each other. She's the werewolf. And now I have Luca's dad. And so I have all my little pieces. That's a Pete-diction. It's either that or maybe she knows Santa Claus. The Elijah one sounded good coming out of my mouth.
Those are good Pete-dictions.
Jules asks Matt and Ty. Matt about Ty. Matt stays getting he gets to come to set for like an hour and just kind of breeze in. He gets a little new haircut from hair and makeup.
That's because he's working at the grill, so he's always around, but not always in the mix.
I'm saying actor of Matt.
Uh-huh.
He's getting like the best of all worlds. He gets his little paycheck, comes in, gets a haircut.
Has a little scene.
Has a scene, meets Jules in real life.
Yeah.
She asks Matt about Ty. Do you know Tyler Lockwood? He's like, yeah. That's my one line. Alaric and Damon watch. Damon has a little baggie of Wolfsbane that I wouldn't know, but I think it looks like shrooms. Ty is prepping for the night. It didn't look like shrooms? We don't know.
It looks like Wolfsbane to me, Pete.
Yep. Ty is prepping for the night. Caroline has Wolfsbane also.
Yeah.
But that looks more like a long stem of weed. Not that I know. But Damon and Caroline should buy it in bulk from Costco together, I said. Do you think Damon and Caroline got their Wolfsbane together?
No.
That should be a deleted scene. They go to the Wolfsbane guy, and there's a guy who's like,
Maybe it is a deleted scene.
I got your bane, man.
No, but I bet even if they didn't get it together, Caroline probably asked Damon where to get it.
Yeah, but if they bought it in bulk at Costco, they could share a membership. They could make a little Sunday afternoon about it.
Yeah, have some samples.
Ooh, what would they... Okay, so say this is a supernatural Costco.
Okay.
What other samples would there be? Obviously...
Hot coffee.
So good. Yes. And...
But you know why.
Yeah, because it helps their veins or whatever. I was going to say that the mummies go there to get their toilet paper they wrap around their bodies.
What about jumper cables for Frankenstein's monster?
Perfect. Also, Frankenberry. They like to see representation on the box.
Yeah, they're like, hey, that looks like meowing that cereal.
Yep, Count Chocola's up there.
All right.
I think we did it.
Yeah,
we should just
stop while we're ahead, please.
Stop the whole podcast right now.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening.
Good joke. I was on board. All right. But we can't stop the podcast because Ty starts getting nude.
He does. Caroline's like, are you about to get naked?
And then he actually has like one of the best like written actual silly jokes of the whole series where he's like, I hope it's like the Hulk where I get to keep my pants. That's very funny. Werewolves always have their little scraggly pants on just like the Hulk. We see later, spoiler alert, that's not the case.
No.
We see some buns. We see some side bun.
Side bun. A little low hip.
But we wish he had some straggles on there, like the Hulk.
Yeah. It would be, they always show it in the transformed like parts. It would be like a wolf with their shorts on.
I like that. I like picturing a werewolf wearing like some long and one basketball shorts.
And like a ripped tank. Like a muscle tank.
Yeah, basically I'm just picturing sort of Teen Wolf and just like a wolf playing basketball. That's just
Okay.
the best version of a werewolf is just like a Teen Wolf b-baller.
Yeah, that's perfect for you.
Bonnie knocks on Luca's door. He's mad she channels him, but then he's like, I forgive you.
I forgive you immediately. 1 second later.
Which we think is all like cute and stuff. But then we see later
It's not cute.
he was using her.
It's not cute.
We get to have some like 10 or 15 minutes of like nice romance between them though before we see that Luca was using her. But I think that he's jumping ahead. He's mad at his dad because he does like her.
Yeah.
And dad's making Luca use her, and he's salty about it.
That happens a lot in this show. People are using each other, but they but then they end up liking each other, and then they get caught up, like Anna.
Which we know is a rom-com, teen rom-com trope.
Totally.
I made the bet, but then I ended up falling in love with you. So we're building to a third act scenario with Luca and Bonnie. Yeah, my dad made me use you, but...
And I did.
And I did, yeah.
I did what my dad said, but I still like you.
You know what, though? That also, if you're not going 90s teen movie with it, it also, though, sets up sacrifice stakes. So later down the line, Luca could be like, look... Obviously, Bonnie, you found out that I used you, but now I'm going to do the right thing and sacrifice and kill my dad for you. It's like, but he'll probably just like, I don't know, get zapped or something and, Bonnie, I did it for you.
Zap.
Zap. Because people are always zapping people in here.
Yeah, that's a good Pete-diction, right?
It's still cardigan season, of course, Luca.
Yeah.
Speaking of seasons, it's grimoire season.
I know, what did you think about all them grimoires?
Not a big emotional reaction to it. Like, that's a lot of grimoires. Mm-hmm. He then explained it. I was like, all right.
Do you think that that's a true story? Or do you think they're, like, stolen? I don't know.
Ooh,
Like,
only because you say it now.
well, just because you know his dad is being sketch with Elijah, so you have to, like, second guess everything they're doing.
I would say, if anything, you have to put a little spin on it instead of, all witches are family. So, therefore, we all keep, like, Dad keeps track of all the stuff. It's probably more like, I'm a witch, so I get to use all this other witch stuff.
Yeah.
I feel entitled to use this witch stuff. Had a tough life as a witch. Give me this witch stuff. I'm using it.
Yeah. I'm a warlock. I'm
a warlock.
I'm embarrassed. I need the witch grimoire.
All witches are family, or are they? Bonnie asks Luca some magic questions. Mm-hmm. Alaric, back at the grill, he pretends to be drunk and goes over and talks to Jules. Says he's there every night. He and Damon run a little scam. Mm-hmm. Ash, you like these little scams?
It was funny to me because that's not Alaric's character at all.
Yeah.
It was like kind of a little personality switch with Alaric and Damon, so that was funny.
And I thought Alaric was going to be couple eps and done. Ash.
I know.
But they're giving him, like, angles. They're giving him all sorts of storylines.
Yeah. And him and Damon are like buds now and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Catherine and Stefan in the tomb, asking about drinking blood. Catherine wants to get out of her dress, says they might as well make the best of it. Mm-hmm. And then they're kissing and whooshing around. She gets down to her drawers. And, but it was all a dream. Catherine was getting into Stefan's head.
Yeah.
And he's like, get out of my head.
And one of the things that she said when she was in his dreams or whatever was that, why would Damon get you out of the tomb when he has exactly what he wants? He has Elena. Mm-hmm. Do you think that was true at all? Or you think that's just Catherine messing around?
No, I mean, we certainly know where Damon stands. Mm-hmm. But I think he would get his bro out if he could.
Okay.
Aunt Jenna is in the Harry Potter, getting some documents.
Yeah.
For the Historical Society, and then she closes the Harry Potter door, and Elijah is standing right there. That was a surprise for me and Elena.
Elena was so surprised.
Yep, both me and her jumped and gasped. He's in town doing research on Mystic Falls, he says. Thank you for inviting me into your home, Jenna. That was a great line.
Mm-hmm. Just like, oh, yeah, he's invited in. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Why is there a piece of tape on my pants?
I don't know. Were you excited to tape this episode?
Yep.
Ash, so many vamps can just walk in and out of that house at this point.
So many.
I don't like it. Mm-mm. Elena runs upstairs. Elijah whooshes up there. I said, Ash, he looks kind of like Dashboard. A.K.A. Chris Carrabba.
Chris Carrabba.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can get that vibe.
And then he starts screaming infidelities. Damon is still chatting up Jules at the bar. Take a drink, take a drink.
Drink your drink.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're gross, stop.
He's being a little desp.
Mm-hmm. And he keeps looking at Alaric like, and they're giving each other the widest eyes. Uh-huh. She's not drinking it.
Yeah. Speaking of bro vampires. Uh-huh. It's like frat night over there.
Seriously. Trying to roofie this girl.
Yep, I'm trying to bane her. Full moon. I said my note was Ty's looking fetishy. There's somebody. Well, I bet there's a contingent, and we could find it very quickly. Of I bet there's some Thai guys out there and gals.
Oh yeah.
Who have been waiting 33 eps for this kind of scenario.
Let's see him with all his clothes off and sweaty.
In some chains. Mm-hmm. They're discussing the wolf deets, but he doesn't know.
No, he doesn't know.
He drinks some Wolfsbane. He doesn't like it.
No.
It looks like he's getting hazed in one of these frats.
Uh-huh. Very frat bro episode, I guess.
Yeah. Beneath the light of the moon, more like
Every night.
every night at a frat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ash, Elijah doesn't want to break the curse. Huh? Mm-hmm. He's not in Klaus's circle anymore. He's not playing any reindeer games with Klaus.
No.
He's not in his circle nor at the same pole as him.
No. Opposite pole. He's in the South.
He's in the American South.
Pole.
He needs Elena to stay put and not get herself killed. He wants to offer her a deal. Do nothing, live your life, stop fighting. Hey, I wish I could get that deal.
That's a good deal.
Elijah wants to kill Klaus. What? A lot of whats are going on in this episode.
I know.
A lot of minds being blown.
People have all these plans.
The end.
I know.
Period.
There's a lot.
Elijah.
Like stuff that we don't know. Like Catherine always has a secret plan. Elijah has a secret plan. I mean, he's telling his plan, but you never, like, when people say their plan's not right, you're like, that's not your plan.
It's kind of like Ash, our kids. They're very plan-centric.
Yes.
It's like you walk down the steps, maybe you see, like, a cup sitting somewhere or whatever, and you're like, no, I'll just put this cup in the sink. And then all of a sudden someone bursts into tears. I was going to run with the cup. It's like, all right.
I know. Yeah.
I had a plan. All right, we didn't know your plan.
We didn't know your plan.
But.
Also, your plan was dumb.
Yeah. Also, we hate it.
Make a different plan.
I'm changing your plan. I'm putting the cup in the sink. Elijah and the witches will protect everyone. He says. He says.
That's what he says.
And Elena says, witch, please. Bonnie and Luke, speaking of pleasing witches, Bonnie and Luca, Luke?
You said Luke, but you cut yourself off.
Are setting up a date night.
Yeah, basically.
They're unbinding a talisman. You know, in these magazine articles, that's always like a good first date thing. Like,
oh yeah.
You know, picnic in the park. Don't go to a movie. You won't talk to each other. You just sit next to each other. Maybe unbind a talisman.
Yeah, that you can really bond over that.
The couple who chants together stays together. I had all kinds of jokes about this. And also, it looks like a promposal.
Yes.
They start doing whatever they're doing. Flames start a-flaming. The moonstone floats up very convincingly, Ash.
Yes, the CGI is excellent.
We believe this to be real. Explodes in something that does not look like silly fireworks. And I said, just watching this is probably a bad idea. But then we learned later that it was all a charade. And that, you know, Ash, maybe it looks so bad because it wasn't really the moonstone. Bonnie was caught up in the moment.
It's just like a piece of paper.
Yeah, it was just like a floating...
It was a bar of soap.
Digital disc, yeah. Ty is still suffering. Caroline is like his wolf doula.
Oh, yeah.
Breathe. I said they got all the CGI in this episode. And his arm breaks backwards.
Yeah. It's gross. And the sound effects for this transformation are a little too much. The cracking and the cricking and... Ugh.
Yeah, release the Kraken. Damon is still working his weak game. You would think Damon would have a stronger game than this.
I know. He just cares too much. Like, I feel like if he was actually just trying to date her, it'd probably be good. But he's, like, too obsessed with her drinking the Wolfsbane.
Yeah, it seems like he's maybe, like, too pressed on Elena, and it's spilling over onto this lady, like, drinking this drink. He's like, oh, Elena. Oh, I gotta get the lady to drink the drink.
Yeah, could be.
Jules finally takes a sip and is like, you fool, I sniffed you out. You've been marked. And she says...
And she calls him a vampire.
And she says, it's my time of the month. She says. Ty's spine starts popping. He's popping and locking down there.
Oh, no. Ugh.
Jules evades Damon and Alaric. Alaric says to Damon, go home and we'll deal with it in the morning.
Yeah, that's a good advice.
Take two brothers' bonds and...
And Damon listens, actually. He's like, okay.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He really doesn't do that often.
No, he doesn't.
Ash, back in the basement, which... Hold on a second. Mm-hmm. Ty's getting wolfy. He's hopping around because we know werewolves hop.
Right.
Vampires whoosh.
Uh-huh.
He's trying to escape. Caroline locks Ty in the nephew basement.
What? Retitled The Nephew Basement.
He gets a big foot. They do a full transformation in close-ups. Ash, when you're doing a werewolf transformation, you need the foot elongation.
Yes, they showed it.
As Al Sharpton would say.
They showed it.
Yes, it was great.
Yeah, they had to. And you could even see him getting a little furry on the face.
Mm-hmm. Ty is splintering the metal door like it's wood. That's how strong he is.
I know.
Not that it's a prop door. It's just, that's how strong he
can
is.
just splinter that metal. Yeah, when Caroline closed the door, it looks like it's a big, heavy, and even I feel like the sound effect sounds metally.
Yeah, it's like clang, splinter.
Yeah, wait, what? They need to figure out the doors in this show.
They do. Are they heavy? Are they rock? Are they metal? Are they wood?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't see in the credits door person.
They need to pay their door fee.
Their door fee, they do. Damon gets home, locks the little door.
Speaking of doors.
Mm-hmm. Rose is there. She's surly about Elena. Mm-hmm. Glass breaks. Psh. Damon grabs a sword.
Yeah.
There's a wolf. It bites Rose and runs away.
Because he stabs it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he just went, waved it around.
No, there was a little close-up of the sword going in the side of the wolf.
Oh, man, I wish I had seen that. But the wound heals, Ash.
Yes.
I didn't think on a network show they could show penetration of a sword into a wolf.
They can.
Wow, okay. I'll have to rewind that. All right, Luca gets home. Luca's dad is there. Don't know his name. She fell for the show and didn't suspect a thing. And she said yes to my promposal, he says. Now they have
gonna be both wearing. She's going to be wearing a pink dress, and I'll be having a pink bow tie. Mm-hmm. Matching at the prom.
She doesn't suspect a thing. They have the moonstone. They have the real moonstone, not the Bath and Body Works
floating soap.
Floating soap that exploded into a sparkler. He's mad at his dad, though. Uh-huh. Like I said, he's gonna at some point. His dad's gonna be like, Bonnie or me, Luca, and Luca's gonna be like, Dad, you're on the wrong team, Dad.
Mm-hmm. But is this also when they say that Elijah needs them to do one more thing while it's still full moon? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stephanie.
Did you know what it was?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Did they do it?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd they do?
They took the spell off the tomb.
Oh, okay, yeah. True that. Stefan and Catherine are in said tomb. Mm-hmm. She made his life miserable. She was looking out for herself.
For 500 years.
500 years.
It's called self-preservation, Stefan.
But Ash, she does love him, though. Mm-hmm. But I would say, who does she love more? Herself or Stefan?
Herself.
But is that self-care? Prove it, he says. You want to find Klaus and kill him to save Elena? I could help you find him. And she says, Isabel was a research expert. I was like, that's not inaccurate, but I've never really...
You're an expert at research.
Yeah, but you could say you're a researcher or...
She was a vampire researcher. Or you could just say a researcher.
Or like a expert on this subject. She was the expert on this subject.
She was an expert on vampire history. And there's lots of different things you could say.
I've said this before, probably not on the pod, but it's like when people are like, "Oh, I'm such a," like research experts, like, "Oh, I'm such a nerd for fitness," you know? Like you see this, or like, "I'm such a nerd for," it's like, no, that's jock.
Yeah.
There's already a word for that. You're like, you're not a nerd. Also, sex nerd. I'm such a nerd for this kind of, it's like, okay, that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Like there's a podcast that I have not listened to.
Okay.
Sex nerd so-and-so talks about that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
That's not, it just means you're into a subject.
Right.
Fitness nerd. No.
That is you, though.
Well. No, I'm just a classic jock.
No, you're not.
I'm a classic, well, I was in a frat.
No, you were not.
Classic jock stuff going on. All right, research expert. Banging at the tomb door. It's Elijah.
Mm-hmm. And Stefan didn't know that Elijah was alive. He thought Elijah was dead.
Because Damon didn't tell him.
I know. And then Catherine hasn't seen Elijah since, forever ago. Right? She didn't see him recently. Only Elena did. Mm-hmm. And he was told that Catherine was in the tomb, but he hadn't seen her yet.
No, and he's very like,
Katerina.
Says he and Elena have reached a peaceful agreement. I've had the spell lifted. And so wait, did he only have the spell lifted for Stefan? Because Stefan whooshes out. Catherine tries to whoosh out, but then he just stands there and says, "Stay in here?"
Yeah, remember he can compel vampires?
Okay, but I'm saying, Stefan whooshed out of there. Catherine tries to, but then he blocks her.
He blocks her, and she's scared of him, and then he compels her. Yes.
Got it.
But there's officially no more spell trapping her in the tomb. She's now just compelled by Elijah.
Wow. Yeah, I said Elijah compels Catherine.
Why did Stefan go so slowly out of the tomb? He was like, "You're free." When you just be like, "Shoo."
I felt like he did whoosh out there.
He walked slow.
Maybe he hopped like a werewolf.
And
Catherine.
He's like, bye, Catherine.
But wait. Okay, so she's just compelled to stay in there because she begs Stefan not to leave her in there. So she just thinks she has to stay in there? Mm-hmm. She said,
don't make him keep me in here.
Yeah, she's a prisoner of her mind.
Right, well, because you also saw her kind of come to after she was compelled.
And Ash, she is now a sympathetic character. Mm-hmm. Bum, bum, bum. I feel like I Pete-dicted that to a certain extent.
Pete.
Caroline is in the Misty Woods. Mm-hmm. That's also her pseudonym when she writes her young adult novels.
That's a good name. And Mystic Falls.
Checks.
The Misty Woods.
Mm-hmm. Checks on the nephew basement door. Ty is huddled in there and he's nude. And they have some hugs.
Side cheek hugs.
Yeah. You actually, it's weird. You see full crack, though.
Well, and she's like, "You're okay. You did it. You're okay." And he's like, "But I'm not okay."
I know. He's so sad.
He's so sad. That was so painful. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "I got to do that every month." I'm like, "Welcome to the club."
Right? Jules is like, what? Okay. Do you think Jules has 2 times of the month? Like, come on, girl. You can't. What if she tried to line them up, took the BC pill or something?
That's too much.
I'm obviously a research expert in this. That's why I can speak with such expertise.
Oh, man.
Elena is sitting by her window. Stefan strolls in. More hugs. Happy hugs. They smooch.
Yes, they smooch. Elena's been so standoffish with what did I just say? Who?
Standoffish with Stefan?
But did I say Elena?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Elena's been so standoffish with Stefan, and I don't want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. It's too dangerous, this and that. Even when they thought it was safe, she was like, no, still no. But now since she couldn't even be around him, and he was in the tomb, he's free, Major kiss sesh.
Ash, I am seeing parallels to COVID-19.
You are?
He was in the tomb. He was in a bubble with Catherine.
Oh.
She was self-quarantining in her house. Now, they
Now
both got vaccinated.
And now they can touch.
And now they're smooching. It's been a while. It's been a full year.
Elijah vaccinated them.
Yep.
All right.
They both got that Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, single dose.
Now they're smooching.
Okay.
Damon's drinking a brother's bond back at the mansion. Rose is healed from her bite, or is she? Damon is happy the legend... He's like, I'm happy the legend was fake. Like, okay, bold statement.
I know. Also, in this moment, he apologizes to Rose unprompted. He's like, I'm sorry. That was my fault. I picked a battle with... what's her name? Can't remember names.
Elijah.
No, the werewolf girl.
Jules.
I picked a fight with Jules. It's my fault that she came in here and you got attacked. Like, that's so big for Damon, for him to just be, like, honest and apologetic.
That's some mid-season growth.
That's a big deal.
Damon is doing a little finger leg dancing. Rose is in a robe.
Oh, yeah.
She likes him, but they're just friends, but they can be friends with benefits or something. Little,
Can be a special friend, she says.
they smooch. Both bros are smooching.
Oh.
But Rose doesn't love men who love other women.
Right.
And then, her shoulder is gross.
Yes. And it hurts. She was like,
It looks like a little crinkling glass or something.
it looks gross.
That's the end.
Uh-oh, Pete. What did you think?
That's the end of the mid-season finale.
Mid-season. What's your fangs?
2 fangs. Gotta give it up. 2 bros smooching, 2 fangs.
I'm with 2 fangs also. Elena and Stefan are kissing.
Yay.
Yay.
Ty
had his whole thing.
had his thing. A connection growing between him and Sweet Caroline. Ba-ba-ba. No longer Dark Caroline.
Aw.
Yeah, Elijah. Do we trust him? No. All right, we're moving into Pete-dictions.
Okay, but Elijah had a good plan. At least it sounds like a good plan.
Elijah at least is keeping the story going. Where Pete-dictions, we're definitely seeing Klaus in the next half season. Maybe they'll ramp that up for the end of season 2. Jules, she's going to cause some mischief. Already bit Rose. Oh, I mean, is Rose going to, like, painfully die and prove that these werewolf bites are serious business? And she'll be like, I've been running for 500 years. Now, I don't know why I'm doing this accent. It's not even close to hers at all. But anyway.
Continue.
Now, I finally don't have to run anymore. As she fades into dust or whatever. And Damon, a single tear from Damon?
What?
Like when he kissed Elena and then...
Had to make her forget.
Gave her a forget me now. Yep. Bonnie's gonna figure out about Luca. I already said every single thing that's gonna happen to them, and that's the truth. It really is gonna happen.
Okay. I think
Matt.
you're covering all your bases. I'm trying to think if I usually have like a question, but
Matt will get fired from the grill, and he'll have to get a job at Mystic Beans, the coffee shop,
okay.
as a barista.
What about Tyler and Caroline?
There's going to be some biting going on, but no one's going to get hurt.
No, that's a very risky relationship.
Ty will be back in the nephew basement with those chains in his basketball shorts, and Caroline will be like, but it's not a full moon, and he'll be like, I know.
Perfect. That's it. You move on from there.
Ash, mid-season finale. We're going to take a couple weeks off.
Yes.
Spring break.
Spring break.
Spring beak, as we say.
Spring beak.
Springbok.
Tiny deer.
We'll be back in a couple weeks. We don't know exactly when. Maybe we'll put a couple little things in the feed, so stay subscribed, of course.
Yes.
Tell your friends. I do have a plug-a-rooski.
Yeah?
Right now, Horror from the High Dive. It's the horror anthology that I put together. I have a short story in there. It's a book. Mm-hmm. There's a Goodreads.com giveaway going on where you could win one of 100 Kindle copies.
Wow. That's a lot of people that can win.
Yeah, so go on over there. Throw your hat in the ring.
Yes.
Throw your card in the hat.
Hat in the ring.
Throw your hat in the ring. Maybe you win a hat and a ring.
Nope.
Copy of the book.
Yes.
Okay. If you like the Vampire Diaries and or you are a young adult, I also have young adult novels you can buy. The Happenstances Young Adult Book Series.
Also perfect for Spring Beak.
Yes. Any questions or concerns, follow me at Peter L. Harmon on Twitter or Instagram, at High Dive Publishing on Instagram. I would say rate and or review this very podcast.
Please do.
And we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Happy spring break and St. Patrick's Day and other things that happen in March and April. Bye.